Good afternoon and welcome to America's Home Cooking. I am making pesto today, and this is going to be a basil pesto that we're making, and it's delicious. Matter of fact, I make it and keep it in the refrigerator all the time. You're going to need 1.5 cups of tightly packed basil leaves. Believe you me, they're packed tight. And you're going to put it in a food processor. It's best you do this in a food processor, but they used to do it with mortar and pestle and smash all this together. And to this, we're going to add 3 tablespoons of pine nuts. Now, pine nuts are these. They're called pignoli nuts, right here. You need 3 tablespoons. One of my sons loves this made with pasta and potatoes. Put it together and you put this into it. Oh my God, he pigs out. He eats 3/4 of it right away. He says nobody wants any more of this. That reminds me of my husband's friend. Oh, what was his name? He was a doctor that worked with my husband at the hospital. Anyway, his girlfriend and him had come to the house, and I had made clams and linguine, and everybody had some, and there was at least a ½ pound left in the pot, in the serving bowl, and he enjoyed it so much he picked it up, and as he scraped every bit of it in, if anybody wanted more you wouldn't have gotten it, he scraped the other half into his plate. He says, anybody want any more? And we just looked at it and said, no, it's yours. He ate over ½ pound of that dish. He said, I love that dish. I can't remember his name, but he was such a wonderful doctor. I wish I could remember the names to tell you who these people were, but you know, it just sort of goes out in my head sometimes. Now I need a paring knife for this. We are going to put 1 garlic in it. I have to peel it first. I have been reading up, and I found out there are a lot of antitoxins and vitamin A in the peelings of onions. Now, I have a dehydrator. While I'm peeling this garlic, I have a dehydrator. So you know what I'm going to do? I am going to check out my onion peelings and try dehydrating them and use them as onion powder. So every time I use them, I will be getting antitoxins, which fight, diseases and stuff and protects our body. And on top of that, it's high in vitamin A, which is good for other things. One thing you know are your eyes. It's good for your skin. So you just think about all that. Dice it up. Well, I'm just chunking it here because I know I'm going to blend it up in this thing. Okay. Now they want a pinch of coarse salt. I'm going to put a pinch. I'm not using coarse salt. I'm just going to put a little pinch, which is about like a 1/16 of salt in it. That's all you put into this, okay? We're also going to need, I'll have to get that after. We're going to use 1/3 of a cup of olive oil. Get your olive oil and measure out 1/3. Now I'm trying to think of that doctor's name, and it'll probably kill me, and I'll remember it later on today. Okay, the lid. Now I'm going to be busy. I'm baking today. I'm going to be making a pear pie, another one. This one goes back to when we became a we became a country. We just were becoming a country, so we're talking 1776 we declared it. So we're talking about anywhere from 1776 to 1800. I guess this pie was created at that time. But anyway, I am going to make it. Got this plugged in. All right, now we put that in. We're going to pour this oil slowly in. Okay, now I have to get cheese. We're going to be grating now. Now they want us to use 1 cup of Parmigiano and Reggiano, both of them. So I am just going to sit there and grate up 1/2 cup on each of them and put them in. So I'm going to be a little busy for a bit, but I have the cheeses here. So it's actually just a 1/2 cup and 1/2 cup. So just give me time. I'm a bit crowded here. Let's get a 1/2 cup, 1/2 cup. It's going to be 1/2 cup of each, which will equal a cup. I'll be back when I finish this. And now you need 2 tablespoons of unsalted butter, which I'm going to cut right now, which is 1, 2. And we'll post this again, but I want to scrape down the sides on it. I'll show you. It has a lovely smell as it sits. It just gets better. So you don't have to use it right away. But I'll get some fresh green beans. They didn't have any in the store. It was like they hadn't unpacked them. But this is great with a steak. It goes good with chicken. Once, if you do the potatoes and the pasta, oh. And I have another pesto. I have like 3 or 4. Some more oil, just a few drops left. They want us to all right. Okay, we're going to process this again, and then I'm going to put it into a jar. And it goes into the refrigerator tile. I'm ready to use it. It's a great spread, by the way. I think you can see now why my refrigerator is always so packed. Okay, let's scrape it down now. I know it's good. And this is how you make pesto. Don't have to buy it. You can make it yourself. And like I always say, you get rid of the chemicals that they add into it. So you get good, healthy food and not something that's going to store in your body and cling to an organ, and then you find out later down the line you end up with a disease because that organ can't work. mean, I wouldn't be so adamant about this if things had worked for my husband. I would have said medicine and nutrition work hand in hand, but I found out the hard way. If I knew that, I think I would have told my husband, don't even try for the medicine, Tony. Just live your life. Live it to the fullest. And I know a lot of people trust medicine the doctors give you, but if it's healthy for you, my philosophy is, if I can't buy it without a script, it's dangerous. Because if you give me a script, I should be able to just go and pick it up at the counter and everything else. I mean, the government tells hunters when they can hunt. And there it is. And that's how you make pesto. And it's very good. I'm going to let this set. Next week, I know what I'm going to get. Green beans and pasta, and I am going to make a dish. Take care, and I'll see you after a bit, because I've got to dehydrate. I got a pear pie I'm making. I've got a lot that I have to do today. So I'll see you in a bit.